Hi, Dad. How are you today?
Hey, Jordana. Another beautiful day in summertime at the end of July.
That's right. July has come to an end. We only have, I think, a couple more days of it, if that. And we are then moving into August.
And summer is racing right on by, and all the kids are getting ready to go back to their grade schools and high schools and off to college. And we watched another wonderful Hallmark last night.
Yes.
How did you like it?
I really enjoyed it. This was the last movie of their Christmas in July.
Yes.
And I think they did a really good job with this year's Christmas in July, and especially this last one called...
I agree.
This one was called An Ice Palace Romance. And what were your thoughts first?
Well, it was a very heartwarming show. It was very pleasant. It was very easy to watch. And Hallmark hit it out of the ballpark with two wonderful actors who portrayed their parts beautifully. And I think that for those of our viewers, if you haven't watched this Hallmark, you should, because it's very enjoyable.
Yeah, this one I agree with you. I don't think it's one to be missed. This ice skating, this one was about, it's an ice palace romance. We're trying to save a local ice rink.
Yes.
Like you already mentioned, two familiar Hallmark stars appeared in this one.
Yes. And also it brought in the city of Chicago and a small town in Michigan, beautiful locations. And it had ice skating, and it had love, and it had a classic Hallmark ending. Yes.
It did. And
very
so
enjoyable.
Our star Celeste Desjardins played Lori, and she is not new to Hallmark at all. And then we had Marcus Rosner return as Mark.
Right. And remember, both of these wonderful actors were born in Canada, and in Canada, every young person learns how to ice skate. And that's what made this so good, is because they were right at home on the ice.
And we got to see them ice skate, which was nice. Lori played a reporter who was returning back to her hometown.
Yes, she was doing that.
And she was playing an Olympic, a skater in her youth when she was an actual Olympic, I guess.
Yes.
A wannabe, or what is it called, where she was actually supposed to be in the Olympics, but then
she sustained an injury.
Yeah,
yes.
Qualifier, she fell and did not make the Olympic team. She felt she lit her whole small town down, and this ice palace that she used to practice at.
Yes, and she was fearful of going back to her hometown in Michigan because she felt that she had let the people down and that they were trying to forget about her, but in reality, they loved her.
Yeah. Everybody recognized her, and it's you, and there was pictures, and her old skates were there, and it
had this intriguing love story where she bumped into a friend of her elder sister, who also came from this town and who ran the local ice rink where all the young kids would congregate to ice skate. And the story went on of how he was about to lose his property because of financial problems, and it intrigued with fraud, and the villain was another person that came into town and was going to tear down the ice rink and build a big condominium complex. It's sort of what's happening today everywhere in the United States.
Yeah.
People are coming in, tearing down wonderful structures in the community, and then not doing anything and letting it all sort of go to waste.
And this ice palace was a sense of community. They showed how the whole community, they had dances there and fundraisers, and everybody seemed to learn.
And this was about Christmas in this small town in America, and how all the people look forward to the joy and the camaraderie and the wonderful things about Christmas. And Hallmark brought this off so well, and I enjoyed it. Your mother enjoyed it. And I hope those of our viewers who watched it enjoyed it, because we enjoyed it.
How many stars? How many tears would you give it? Because you were crying
Yeah.
right at the beginning.
It was about returning to your hometown. And a lot of us have come from small towns to the big cities, and then we go back and we see our old classmates, and we see our old teachers and the people who worked in the city, and it brings this feeling of warmth as you mingle among those that you grew up with. And that's why I was crying. It was very sad, but yet it was very happy. Yes. So I gave it 4 stars.
Okay, wonderful.
4 tears.
4 tears.
Yes.
Yeah, you were at the beginning. We're really.
Yeah,
it was.
I'm very emotional as it is. Yes.
He is. But we have a good one next week, and we love
exciting.
the
We're
premiere.
going to be in August.
So
Yes.
August starts Summer Nights on Hallmark. So it should be there. Looks like there's some really good movies in the series of Summer Nights with Hallmark. And the first one stars one of our favorite Hallmark leading ladies, Autumn Reeser. She was in
She's
the
very,
Wedding
very
Veils.
good. You don't want to miss anything that she's in.
And then Aaron O'Connell's also in it. He's been in some other ones as the leading gentleman. And the movie is called Junebug. And this one we thought was cute, where she's sitting on the bed and her younger self kind of pops up and she's not familiar with who this young girl is. So it looks really cute.
Oh, it should be wonderful. And Hallmark has continued to bring to us all such wonderful, wonderful stories on Saturday night. So I recommend that all of our fans watch next week's Junebug on Hallmark.
Yeah, it looks
That'd be
very
great,
cute.
yes.
And if you're not also, this kind of, I loved how the Ice Palace brought us into ice skating in the off season of the Winter Olympics.
Yes, they did a wonderful job. They sort of it gave us a refreshing cool down in the middle of a hot July.
Yeah.
And now we look forward to August and Junebug.
Absolutely. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you soon.
Looking forward to it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.